We're going on a road trip, my 3 sons and I, on a cultural and culinary exploration across the Yucatan Peninsula. We're on the hunt for fun.
Oh, yeah!
Awesome historic locations.
This is super cool. Nice.
And out-of-the-way places. With some of the best and most authentic food in the region.
¡Qué bárbara!
Later, back in my kitchen, inspired by our adventure, I'll be preparing some chicken pibil sandwiches with carrot and sweet potato fries.
Dame, dame, dame tu chocolate, dame, dame, dame tu piloncillo, dame, dame, dame café caliente, dame, dame, dame tu corazón.
Alan, take a picture of us. Aquí en front of me.
I love to travel, especially with my 3 boys. And what better place to explore than the Yucatan Peninsula? With its unique history, mysterious natural beauty, and of course, distinct cuisine.
Go. The boys have never been to Yucatan, and I really want to show them everything I know, and I want them to explore with me what I don't know. They're my best travel companions.
The Yucatan is magical, with a history that dates back long before the Spanish conquerors and explorers arrived in the 1600s. Our exploration begins in the Mayan ruins at Uxmal.
Uxmal is a really impressive site. Every column, every ceiling, it's just beautiful.
Uxmal was actually abandoned long before the Spanish arrived. Some say the collapse of the Mayan world was due to drought. Others say it was war. Maybe it was a mix of both, but either way, the remains illustrate a once thriving civilization.
No, mira, vamos allá. No, mira, ven, Chuchu.
No.
Mira, this is super cool.
I'm told that to understand what it was like over 1,000 years ago when the Mayans were here, you must imagine these structures covered in stucco and painted in rich colors. These buildings were palaces for the wealthy, religious schools, temples, courts, and astronomical observatories surrounded by a vibrant community.
Go! I was really happy to bring the boys. The moment we got into the ruin site, they wanted to climb absolutely everything, and they wanted to see everything that was there to see, and it's really jaw-dropping. I mean, the thing that they wanted to do the most was climb in the highest structure that there was, and then when they got to one, they realized that there was another one. Aquí, everywhere you turn, you have the perfect picture.
Smile.
I think we took like 200 photos because every spot is more grandiose than the one you just left behind.
With all that running around in the ruins, it was time to cool off. So we went to a place that is truly unique to the Yucatan, a cenote. Cenotes are these natural pools that are connected to underground rivers that flow throughout the Yucatan.
Oh, yeah! Voy a meter mis pies. Uy, está deliciosa! People calculate that there's around 7,000 cenotes in the Yucatan. They're like from an imaginary world almost, and cenotes have so much significance and importance in the history of the Mayas. They used to be sacred spaces, believed to be the direct connection to the underworld and to those departed. So much myth and so much legend and so much history behind them, and today they're used as if they were swimming pools. ¿Quién se quiere echar un clavado? In Mexico, some of the best meals are the ones you stumble upon.
Just a mile down the road from where the cenote is, there's this little Mayan hut. And from the outside, you wouldn't be able to tell that inside they make some of the best tamales in the Yucatán.
¿Cómo está? Les estaba platicando de sus tamalitos.
Ah, bueno, ya está listo.
Niños, no saben lo que van a probar.
Calientito.
Sí, ay, qué rico. Qué bonito le quedó como un sobrecito. I'm so excited. This is like,
The best cooks are the home cooks in Mexico, in my opinion. And as she's opening the banana leaves, and I just know that's gonna be the best tamal that the boys will ever have.
How good is it?
It's amazing. It's the best.
¡Qué bárbara! ¡Qué bárbara!
That's the kind of experience that I wish for when I'm traveling with the boys.
Hemos comido tamales en miles de lugares, pero estos tamales,
Originales.
not only original, they're insanely good. Están buenísimos. Yo no quiero dar un abrazo de los ricos que están y luego me voy a comer otro. Yo sí quiero otro.
Yo también.
¿Quién quiere otro? Okay.
No, pero yo quiero...
We're gonna have seconds and thirds.
Traveling with the boys in Yucatan, I'm able to give them some of the most iconic experiences that you can have in Yucatan. So we go to the ruins and we go swim in cenotes. And the next very important thing that people talk about a lot are the habanero chilies. The habanero chilies are so big in the culture that they even have a president for the habaneros. I'm taking the boys to a really big habanero farm, and we're meeting the president of the habaneros.
El habanero dice que viene de la cuenca baja del Amazonas,
Ajá.
pero cuando llegó a la plataforma peninsular de Yucatán, picó más y tuvo mejor sabor, muy picoso.
Y why is it such a strong symbol of the identity of Yucatán and its people?
Bueno, llega el momento en el que se hace indispensable en la gastronomía yucateca.
¿Es un color es más picante que el otro?
Sí, este chile no ha madurado, está en proceso de maduración. Ya tomó tamaño, pero no ha madurado. Pica mucho más cuando ya agarra su grado máximo de maduración.
You told the boys, tú le dijiste a los niños que you eat the habanero as if it was an apple.
Sí.
Sí. Wow.
Tiene un aroma y el sabor va muy bien con el picor.
Nothing red, no sweat.
Te enchilaste, ¿no?
Al ratito.
Juju,
¿Quién
wanna
quiere
try?
probar?
Sí, Juju wants to try. Juju, prueba. ¿Cómo te la todo? A ver, I want to take a picture of you. Sí. A ver, Juju.
A ver, mira, Alan. Chuchu, ¿estás ok? ¿Es súper rico?
Pica mucho.
Ya no.
Quiero darte una sorpresa. Me gustaría enseñarte cómo se prepara un guiso muy tradicional de mi tierra.
Me encantaría. Vamos.
Pati, te quiero mostrar cómo en Yucatán se prepara tradicionalmente la cochinita pibil.
¡Uy, qué rico!
Cochinita pibil is like, I think, the most iconic dish of the Yucatan Peninsula.
Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto. Buenas tardes.
It's pig that's marinated in achiote paste that's diluted in bitter orange and some other herbs and salt and garlic, and then it's cooked underground overnight.
Every Mexican loves cochinita. Todos los mexicanos les gusta la cochinita. It's one of those dishes that represent Mexican food, but not only Mexican food, the food from the Yucatan. Now you completely bathe that meat in that marinade. Ahora, ¿qué vas a hacer?
Ahorita vamos a agarrar las hojas de pasote.
De pasote.
La ponemos aquí abajo
Fresquito.
del diente de ajo que tostamos.
That's a charred garlic clove that goes broken into pieces up there. Okay, now the whole marinade goes over the meat.
This is a dish that has been cooked for centuries. The methods of making it have been preserved. To this day, people will cook cochinita pibil in their backyard from one day to the next, and it'll cook overnight and it'll be ready in the morning.
Tú cocinaste esto, solita lo preparas y ahora necesitas un hombre que te ayude a cargarlo.
Sí, mi esposo me ayuda y yo hago cochinita todos los domingos.
Pibil comes from the Mayan word pib, which means underground pit. And cooking underground has been a technique that has been passed on since pre-Hispanic times.
Este es el secreto del sabor de la cochinita, la hoja que va encima.
Más que todo lo demás.
Una gran parte es esta.
Has an animal ever tried to uncover this and like eat the pork that's underground?
That's a great question. Muy buena pregunta.
No se acercan, pues como que está caliente toda esa parte de aquí así.
Pero aparte, Pedro, no se separan. Cuando ve que sale humo,
Sí.
hay que taparlo rápido.
Entonces, a ver, Pedro.
¿Mande?
I think he doesn't go to sleep Saturday nights. Entonces, los sábados usted no duerme nada.
Casi no duermo.
Ok, and here you have cochinita that you already made. Y me ibas a platicar que tiene la salsita.
Aquí la salsa de la cochinita tiene la cebolla roja, jugo de naranja agria y sal y chile habanero picado.
Entonces mezclas la salsita con la carne.
Estas son las tortillas hechas a mano.
How lucky are we? ¿Quieren ir probando?
Sí, yo.
Sí.
¿Sí tiene? ¿Qué piensas, Alan?
This is delicious. I've never had anything like this before.
So can you tell, like, if it was cooked underground and with the wood and the rocks and the...
Yeah, I definitely taste that smoke, that smoky flavor.
Uno para usted y uno para mí.
It's also sour from the orange,
Ajá.
and it's also very spicy from the habaneros.
Habanero?
Yeah.
Oye, qué rico, acompáñenos.
The trips that I love the most are the ones that I have my boys with me, definitely. It connects us in so many ways.
And how crazy good is this?
Super good.
I have to travel so much for work and eat all of these different kinds of foods and foods that we love, but it's so special when you guys come with me.
Oh. Glad to be here, man.
As a mom to 3 growing boys and a very hungry husband, I love to have recipes that I can come to again and again and that I can make a lot of and repurpose in many different ways. One of the biggest hits in my house these days is my quick and easy take of that cochinita pibil, but I make it in the kitchen in a fast-track way with chicken. What I have here, 2 tomatoes. You wanna make sure that they're very ripe so that they're full of flavor. I'm gonna toast 3 garlic cloves, 1/4 of a red onion. What we're making is the sauce that the chicken is going to simmer in. I'm going to char them, and you want the inside of the ingredients to also completely transform, but you don't want to burn the whole thing. It's very funny because when you're charring your ingredients in the comal, they like tremble and move and shake. Look at that tomato. I promise I'm not making it do it. When you do these 2 ingredients, you're really bringing out their inner persona. I want to stop when the tomatoes start getting really juicy. When I'm flipping it, I can feel that the tomato is very mushy. So I'm taking off the tomatoes. I am going to just add it in the blender. Oh, you can see. Super charred. on the outside. Inside, the garlic clove has turned into a paste. You could spread this on a piece of toast. Yum. We're gonna preheat the casserole, and now I'm going to pour 1 cup of chicken broth in here. And I'm going to add some salt. And I'm going to add between 2 and 3 tablespoons oil. I'm going to just cook these down for a few minutes. And then you're going to add achiote paste, which is what makes the pibil flavor. Achiote paste is annatto seeds that have been toasted and ground, and a combination of seasonings like cumin, oregano, allspice, garlic, and citrus all turned into a paste, and it is quintessentially Yucatecan. It is like the seasoning par excellence of that region. And then I'm going to add in here some oregano, cumin, and then I'm using allspice. It smells like cloves and cinnamon and black pepper all at the same time, and it's used a lot in Mexican cooking. And then I'm going to add, see, if I were in the Yucatan, you would use bitter orange, but it's very hard to find bitter orange. So I came up with a substitute. 1/4 cup of freshly squeezed grapefruit, 1/4 cup of white distilled vinegar, 1/4 cup of freshly squeezed limes, and a 1/4 cup of freshly squeezed orange, another pinch of salt, another cup of chicken broth, and now I'm gonna pour this mix right onto it. It's so pretty, and it smells so delicious. This is gonna cook for about 5 to 6 minutes. We wanna see the change in color, we wanna see it thicker. And at this point, I'm going to add 6 cups of cooked chicken. I love the recipe here with 3 growing boys and my husband because I can use these in a gazillion ways. You can make a torta, you can make a panini, you can make tacos, you can make quesadillas, so many things to do with these. Now, I'm just going to cook these for a few more minutes, and it's gonna be like a chicken sloppy joe of sorts with the flavors from the Yucatan. Who doesn't love French fries? And they're gonna go so deliciously with the sandwich. And I'm not making traditional French fries. No, I am making sweet potato and carrot fries. They are nutritious and delicious. Then I have some big and chubby carrots. This is another recipe that is ridiculously easy. You cut them in coins, and then when you get to the thinner part of the carrot, start cutting diagonally so you can sort of match the size, and they'll cook in about the same amount of time. Great thing about this recipe is that it is fast, it's delicious, but you're really letting the ingredients shine on their own with a little help from just a few friends. Just a couple of tablespoons of olive oil, make them crisp, and then a little bit of salt. And then because I can't help myself, you can add some chile de árbol. The chile de árbol is smoky and gonna give it a very, very gentle kick.
And they go in the oven at 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. Now I'm gonna make a quick and easy avocado crema for that Yucatecan sloppy joe.
We're just making easy things that you can repurpose 1,000 ways. So I have very ripe avocados, and they're just gonna go in the blender. And then I'm adding 1/2 cup of Mexican crema. Tangy, salty, so thick. It is very, very rich. And 1 garlic clove, I'm adding about a 1/4 cup of freshly squeezed lime juice. So I'm adding some salt, and that's really it. Sometimes it doesn't want to puree all the way, sometimes it just wants to pulse. It's ready. Look at the color. It is just so gorgeous. So what can you use it for? What can't you use it for?
And one more quick and easy staple that I always have in my kitchen, Yucatecan-style pickled red onions.
Just grab a banana pepper. We call it chile güero in Spanish because güero is blonde, and it is a blonde pepper if you compare it to the jalapeno. If you don't find a banana pepper, you can use a jalapeno or you can use a serrano. And it's not gonna make the onions spicy, it's just going to impart a little bit of the flavor of the chili because we're not opening it. So I have the onion, I have my jar, and then I have 1 cup of bitter orange substitute, which is equal parts grapefruit, orange, lime juice, white distilled vinegar, a couple of bay leaves, which are so fragrant and add so much flavor, and then some allspice, and salt. And once it's like blistered all over and it has softened, I'm going to add it in here. And then I'm just going to add the onions. You would think that because it is in the pickling liquid that the onions would get soggy or too soft, but no, they become crisper and crunchier as time goes by. Close it well, shake it. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the fridge. As you can tell, these have been sitting there for a couple days and they keep on getting better. And look at the color. You heard how crunchy that is? Let's check the fries because I think they're ready. And they are. So I'm gonna build myself a sandwich because my chicken is also ready. What you want is for the chicken to be completely bathed and soaked. It does look like a Yucatecan sloppy Joe. And then the avocado crema, the colors. I love pickled onions. Love pickled onions. And then, as the daughter of my father that I am going to do what he does to all of his sandwiches or tortas, which is a sprinkle of salt on top of anything that has avocado. What an incredible meal. The soft roll, and then that chicken, all of the flavors from the Yucatan, the avocado crema that's just a creamy, smooth layer, and the pickled onions that have that citrusy taste.
And the fries.
They are super crispy on the outside and so soft inside. With these recipes, you are really getting the bold flavors of the Yucatan in a very approachable way, and you can use them in whichever way you want. They're just so versatile. If you want my advice, try it like this the first time.